So what we've been advocating following Minsky again is a variously called employer of last resort or job guarantee program, which is the idea that the government always stands ready to hire those who can't find jobs in the private sector or in the government sector in the normal government jobs through a program that takes workers as they are, finds useful things for them to do, and pays them a basic wage, which maybe starts at the legislated minimum wage, and then gradually over time we try to raise that. Sometimes people say, well, the United States can afford a program like this because you've got a sovereign currency, you've got the currency that is used for international reserves, therefore affordability is not really a problem. The Fed has made statements like this. Greenspan has made statements that affordability really is not the issue for the U.S. federal government. So when I give talks on the employer of last resort around the world, the typical response from the audience is, well, yeah, we could see how the U.S. could do this, but we can't see how we possibly could afford a program like this. But the reality is that any country that issues its own currency, and especially if it doesn't peg its currency, can afford to hire its own unemployed too, just like the U.S. can. You could discuss how to set it up so that you can manage the program. You can, maybe have objections about how can we find enough work for these people to do. I think that it doesn't take too long to figure out that actually there's plenty that needs to be done. But the doubt always is about, can we afford it and won't it be inflationary? And my argument is that it certainly is affordable as long as you're paying in your own currency. The inflation problem turns out to be a red herring because this jobs program acts like a buffer stock, like a commodity buffer stock, which people are usually used to, in which the government sets a ceiling and floor price for, say, corn or for oil or for wool, and that cannot be inflationary. What it does is stabilize that price. And this program is stabilizing the most important price in any economy, which is wages. So you're stabilizing wages rather than pushing wages up. The reason why people get this wrong is that they're so used to the Keynesian approach to creating full employment, which is by pumping up general demand and hoping jobs trickle down to the unemployed. This program targets the bottom, and it provides jobs directly. So you don't get the inflationary impacts that you get from these trickle-down Keynesian policies, hoping that jobs will trickle down where they're most needed by pumping up the demand really for the better educated, more highly trained workers who are in the sectors of the economy that are already more advanced and tend to be more inflationary.